So, Bulletproof, I suppose, then.
Oh.
It's basically bad boys on the streets of London with Ashley Walters and Noel Clarke, who co-created it with Nick Love, who did a lot of those Danny Dyer films in the mid-2000s, like Outlaw and The Football Factory. This first one is them sort of trying to find a Eastern European gang who are stealing cars or something. They're making those little clickers for the cars. As they had a witness who is sort of mowed down in front of them in the opening scene, and they're trying to sort of bring this group to justice. And Ashley Walters has a father played by Clark Peters from The Wire. Noel Clarke, his character called Bishop, he's called Bishop by everyone, including his girlfriend played by Emma Rigby, who he thinks might be having an affair with another of his colleagues, or might not be.
And called Jonesy.
And that's about it, really.
This had some moments that surprised me. The brutality of the girl in the hit and run, that surprised me. And tonally, it was buddy cop, emphasis on the buddy. And when I was watching it, I was sitting there thinking, I cannot understand who this is for. I don't know who the demographic for this is. I couldn't work it out. If somebody wanted, like, crime drama, then there are far better ones. If somebody wanted sort of funny cop stuff, there are better ones. It just sort of wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. It looks fantastic. It's got a nice gloss to it. The shots are all well filmed, and it looked like they were having a ball with their car chases and all stuff. It looked like they'd written a script to say, let's have all this fun. But it just didn't translate to me as a viewer at all. I didn't enjoy it.
I'll jump in and say I didn't hate it as much as Luke, but I did find a lot of the same things. I found the Bish thing really annoying. Even his girlfriend was calling him Bish, and it was as annoying as Juice in O.J. Simpson. It just grated on me. I quite like the action part of it, and I think that's who it's aimed at. It's aimed at your young 18 to 35 male viewer that just wants a ton of like a Fast and Furious, switch your brain off, all action type thing. I think that's who it's aimed at. And I think getting Noel Clarke and Ashley Walters lends more to that. But I think then what they've done is you've surrounded them with a cast that are fairly bland. The storyline that they've obviously got, there's nothing really that's going to carry on to week 2. You know, you've already solved the crime of the week, and I think that's going to continue. Therefore, what you're adding on to is the relationships and the kind of like the police work, which is expected to sort of carry the series, which I think is very thinly veiled. You know, the idea that he accidentally shot Jonesy, who is potentially having an affair with his girlfriend, you know, and some of the characterization in that was just extremely implausible. There wasn't an awful lot that's going to pull me into episode 2.
I'm not going to watch any more, but saying that, I didn't dislike it. I think it was what it set out to be to an extent. Yeah. I think it did its job well. It was a genre piece. I think this would play well on like a Friday night, as you say, to that demographic. It's got the sort of the action. I mean, that did shock me, that opening hit and run. I didn't see it coming.
I think that part was done well.
Yeah, I think Ashley Walters and Noel Clarke have got a genuine chemistry that translates well on the screen, and you can believe in their characters' sort of relationship. But I do feel that when it tries to do this stuff like with the relationship Noel Clarke and Emma Rigby's characters, that's where it goes downhill, because it's at a sort of comic pace that when you try and do something dramatic, it doesn't work, it falls flat. The action and the sort of the banter is well done, and I think well realised and fits into what they're doing. The opening title sequence as well sort of lays out what you're going to get. It was better than I expected it to be, but I don't think it can do serious because of the world it's created. I think it is for, as you say, like a young male demographic who like the films like Nick Love was creating. Those came out at a time where I worked at a video shop, and there was always an audience for those films. I wasn't in that audience, but there is an audience for this sort of stuff, and I think they are doing that stuff well.
As you said, it's just when it goes into the relationship stuff, it loses me. Because other things do that far.
Because there's the bit where Ashley Walters' wife's like, "Oh, I'm not going to go for that promotion." I was like, I don't care.
Bulletproof, Tuesdays at 9 o'clock on Sky One.